Awesome.
Yeah, here comes an iPhone. I'll have to identify.
Okay. Get started.
Somebody with iPhone just came on. Please identify yourself.
I wonder if it's Vicky. She always has trouble with her microphone.
Oh, Vicky Thompson?
Yeah.
Jackie McLernan.
Jackie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yes. Hi.
Good.
Okay.
Think we probably can get started, and I'll just let them in if
Okay.
come on. So.
All right. So I call to order the monthly CD7 executive committee meeting. My name is Bret Bussman. I'm the CD7 chair. I'd like to start off with the invocation. Lord, thank you for today. I ask that you guide this group to make decisions to improve the lives of the people we serve. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Next,
Thank you.
I don't know if everybody has a flag, so I got a little one here. So if we'll do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Hold on, Brett. So somebody just came on with a Motorola. Can you please identify yourself?
Laura Zeman's on.
This is Dot Jacobs.
Sorry, you cut out there. Can you say it again?
Dottie Smith Jacobs.
Okay, thank you. And then a Lori J came in. Jillian. Okay, sorry.
Is Lori J. Lori Zeman? Is that what I heard?
Who was Lori J? Lori, can we get your last name? Tiffany, do you know who that is?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to assume they're probably having trouble unmuting because I'm asked to unmute and they haven't.
Okay. All right. No, I sent out the agenda and the minutes from last month, from March. So we'll have the officer reports, any unfinished business, and then new business, and then we'll adjourn.
Can you pause a minute, Brett? Because Lori did unmute.
Okay.
Laura Zeman. Ziemann.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Appleton, Swift County.
Thanks.
Welcome, Lori. Okay, I read over the agenda. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as read?
So moved.
Who's that?
Tim.
Okay.
Second.
Who's that?
Steve Boyd.
Steve Boyd. Any discussion about the agenda? Hearing nothing, all in favor say aye.
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 Hi.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, officer reports. Chairman's report, there's really, other than the Red Lake issue, I don't know if everybody knows that they voted at their convention to dissolve their BPOU. So, Rob, I'd like to come up there. I talked with Chris about it. And so hopefully we can go up there and meet sometime in next month, first part of next month, and kind of have a meeting with them and talk to them and see if we can't get them back on board. So I hope you'll help me with that, Rob.
Sure.
All right, great. And other than that, that's really it that I have that's anything new. So Deputy Chair?
Yeah, so since last meeting, as everybody is well aware of, we've just been working on the Otter Tail Convention and the CD7 convention. Thank you to everybody that made those conventions happen. With all the committees and everything, you know, we can't say thank you enough because it's a tremendous amount of work and effort, volunteer time and stuff, and it's very appreciated out of everybody and stuff. And if you're like me, I'm glad they're all done. You know, we can kind of get back to a little normalcy and rest for a little bit, but until we hit it hard again. So just wanted to say thank you again. You definitely are appreciated. So back to you.
Yeah, I can't tell you enough. I can't thank you guys enough. All the committees and everything you guys did was just, it was phenomenal. It was a great convention and I didn't see anything wrong with it at all. So, all right, State Executive Officer Nathan Miller.
Yeah, hey everybody. Yeah, just trying to keep in touch with Plekish on what's coming up here. I understand. I think the last CD to have their convention will be the 2nd of May, I believe. So I see they did schedule one meeting though for the 28th, which I will be in attendance for. So, but yeah, otherwise just getting the lay of the land. So.
Thanks, Nate. Treasurer's Report, Tim Nanson.
Hey guys. Hey everybody. Tiffany, I can share my screen here.
Yep, you should be able to.
Thank you. All right, we can all see that.
Yep.
All right, so after the convention, been working hard to get all the monies counted and get everything in, and then you know, get people paid for the expenses and get our vendors paid. For the state, beginning balance 2,981 spot 21. We had deposits of 1,788. That's $1,788 for a total of 4,769.21 in the account. Federal account started off with 30,539.40. We deposited so far 3,696. Had payments going out of 17,192. Ending balance 17,043.16. We can see the list down here. And I'm certainly happy to send this out, Mr. Chair. My apologies. Working hard to get this finalized right up to the last minute. I normally try and have this out to you so you can include it in all the you know, the night before, so you can include it in all the attachments. But working to try and get everything settled here before the meeting tonight. We can see the cash deposits going into the state account. Coming down here, we can see the deposits, checks deposited from the from same day, and then cash deposit from the convention, and then all the payments going out. You know, I'm not going to go through line by line, but this is starting with, you know, Jonathan, you know, as the convention chair, all the way down to the Detroit Lakes Holiday Inn. All of these payments have been made. So checks have been written, checks are in the mail, except for the Holiday Inn, which I just got tonight, too late for the mail to come in or to go out. So that'll go out in tomorrow's mail. Total payment 17,192.24. If I can share one more thing here, I'll show you. I'll show this. I put this together the way I see it now, and again, I'm happy to share any of this. Cash coming in from the silent auction 789, from same day registration 1734. Checks coming in $304, same day registration $1,962, credit cards 95, from the registration 1,406. Pre-registration dollars collected, we can see them there from Square, 27,481, checks 4,012. I got to tell you, running it through the Google Sheets and how we did it this year, and then going through Square, cut the number of checks down to 23. Normally that's like 100 or more, right? And then it's taking pictures and trying to get it off and scanning them and trying to reconcile. This was a huge time saver, right? And a great way to check. So great reduction in the number of physical checks brought in, down to 23. It's wonderful. So $4,012 brought in. Total inflows from the convention, $37,783. Expenses going out, I've got them here. All itemized. Again, happy to shoot this out so we can look at it. But total convention expenses as of tonight, if anybody's got a receipt and I owe you money, please send it to me right away. $18,441.07. Here are the totals right here. Total income $37,783. Total expenses going out $18,441.07. Total $19,341.93 is the total income or inflow for the convention. So a very nice weekend and money that we can well use in the years to come to to help spreading our values and help some elections get won.
Tim, thanks so much. Yeah, if you send it to me, I'll send it out to the people on here that should have it. Yep.
Wonderful.
Then,
yeah, I'll get that out to you here before the meeting's over.
Okay. So I was talking to Tiffany earlier this week, and I agree with her that I wanted to post everything online like that, but she thought that might not be a good idea. So I agree with her on that. And then what we'll do is the Senate district.
Before you discuss, Brett, would you like a motion in a second?
Oh, yep, absolutely. Thank you. Motion to adopt the treasurer's report is read.
I'll make a motion to adopt.
Who's that?
Rob Kroll.
Okay. Are you going to get a second?
Second.
Okay. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, so getting back to the thing. So Senate district directors, what I would like you to do is disseminate the information to the BPOU chairs. If that'll work, does that work for everybody?
Yep, that works.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because like Tiffany says, we don't want our enemy to know what we're up to. So, and I agree with her 100%. So great.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah. Secretary's report, Jillian.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
sent
Paul.
it out. I don't have it to share unless you want to share it, but Holly DeShane was your interim secretary on the March 3rd meeting. So
I did email it out. So what normally happens? Do you read it, or has everybody seen it and we just do a motion, or what do you think?
And if anyone has any corrections, they shout them out. We correct it, send out an official corrected copy.
Okay. All right. I hope everybody's had a chance to read it over then. Motion to adopt the minutes from last month.
So moved. Daryl Thurn.
Thanks, Daryl. Second.
Second, Heidi Almond.
Thanks, Heidi. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
I
Opposed, nay. All right, motion carried.
Brett, just one thing, sorry.
Yep, no, go ahead.
Thank you, Holly, for being interim secretary. I know it's not always the best job, and we certainly appreciated it. And congratulations, Jillian. You're the next secretary.
Yay!
Yes.
Holly.
Just one thing about Holly. I watched her on Saturday. You're a warrior. You were running all over the place and making announcements and doing all kinds of stuff. So I hope you can continue doing that. So
Thank you.
okay. Yeah, unfinished business is next on there, and I don't know if anybody has anything from last month or whatever that still needs to be addressed. If you do, please sound off.
Well, this is Lisa Murphy. We did have some like different committees that were going on. So I don't know where those are all going to be at this point.
Yeah, so the committees, I'm hoping that I would like the committee chairs to let me know who they are. And according to our, I don't know if it's in the bylaws or constitution, but there's supposed to be a folder or a file that's supposed to be passed to the next committee person and committee chair, I mean. So what I would like all the officers to do, officers and SD directors, is to come up with a committee that you want to be a chair of or be on, and let me know before May, so I can kind of finish filling that in. And then one thing I wanted to bring up, and I've talked about this before, and I want to get everybody's input on this. I'd like to get at least one person from each BPOU to volunteer to be on a committee. What do y'all think about that?
I think that will be a stretch. I'd like to have that happen.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. But with a lot of the BPOUs, they're stretched thin.
Right.
And, so, we can always ask, and I know we have in the past, we've asked and we've gotten very few volunteers. But let's continue to ask for volunteers, because the more people we get involved, the better off we are.
Absolutely, Daryl. Great point. So chairs, BPOU chairs, you heard that. I'll send out an email specifically to you about that. And then, at your BPOU meeting this month, bring it up, see if anybody's interested in being on a committee. I can't guarantee what committee they'll be on, but if they want to, send a preference, they certainly can. So we can't have a, go ahead.
Brett, can I make a suggestion? I would guess you need to go to the Constitution or bylaws and look at what committees we have.
Yeah, I've looked at those committees. There's three specifically on there. So
yeah, I'm just saying, like, just try to narrow it down for BPOUs to pick from.
Okay, I'll put that in my email. Great point.
Can I just make a point to that, Brett?
Yes, sir.
I think it's a great idea. I know, I agree with Daryl that it's going to be difficult in some situations, but it's worth the ask. I would encourage BPOU chairs, whoever's doing the asking, to not just put it out in front of the group, to actually identify people and ask them directly. Some people are not going to be brave enough maybe to step up and say they want to, because they don't think maybe they're equipped. If you can identify people that you think might have skills that would fit on a committee, you get a lot better response directly asking, telling someone, hey, I think you have some skills that could be utilized here. Just a thought. You may be already doing it, but I think you get better results that way.
Okay, anybody else?
Fred Wright, are you on?
Yes, sir.
I am. Now the SD4 committee that we had going on, is that an official CD7 thing, or where are we at with that?
I'm not sure. We'd have to check with Craig would know, and he's obviously not here. Rod Johnson and Steve Hirschberger over in Becker County might know.
Okay, I think we should keep doing it.
That's something we could follow up on. My question, the reason I raised my hand is before we go any further as far as the last couple discussions pertaining to BPOU chairs, deputy chairs, and so forth, and guests. We've got quite a few people on here this evening, and I think going forward, if we're going to be taking votes on various items that come before the executive committee here, we have to have some structure. So the only people that are actually voting are the ones that are on the executive committee, not the guests, not the BPOU chairs and so forth. And I'll throw that out just as a reminder. I don't know how you want to do that. But
Can we do that with the hand raise on the screen? Can we do that with the hand raise?
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm not tech. I'm not into the tech world, but
well, we should be able to, right, Tiffany? We can do the hand raise when we vote.
Yeah, we can. It's just that there's 37. It would take Joanne a while. I would say on, most of these things is pretty decent, but there may be some in the future that, we would just have to do a roll call vote, I would suggest.
Yeah,
I think that's the way we've done it in the past, is the roll call.
Yeah, like, please don't make me try to count hands and then I don't know.
Okay.
Like, there are many people on here that I don't even necessarily know are a chair or not. Like, we don't have a thorough, accurate list, but I would need that before I do that. So I think if everybody understands spread, thanks for bringing it up, but like, unless you're on the list at the top of the agenda, if you're not a executive committee or a Senate district director, and then if there's 2 Senate district directors listed, they get 1 vote. I mean, I think everybody just needs to be respectful of how the votes work here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So great point, Fred. Thank you.
And also, Brett, with raising of the hands, if you're on your cell phone, you may or may not be able to raise your hand, depending on if you're logged in on your phone or if you called in.
No, I'm on my wife's computer tonight instead of my flip phone, so I'm good to go.
I'm talking about in the future.
It looks like Holly has her hand up. Holly, did you have something?
Well, yeah. So back to committees. We had a task force that we'd formed for caucus, and working on the caucus thing. I don't know if we're going to continue that one or not. Just throwing it out there.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, if we can't get Red Lake up and running, we're going to have to somehow do that caucus. So, okay.
Okay. I was talking about for everybody, not just, but yeah, specifically Red Lake. Fill in the holes for had the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, the committees that have been going in the past, I don't see any reason why to do away with them. I think they're great committees. You guys do great work. So, all right. Anything else on unfinished business?
I would like to make a motion that we, as a new exec committee, issue a statement of congratulations and thank you to Chair Craig Bishop and to Mandy, who stepped, who aren't there. They were very instrumental in making what we have done, the gains that we have done in turning CD7 red.
You're absolutely right. That's down in new. Yeah, it's down in new business under 7B. But Mandy certainly should be added in there too. Yep. Okay, so for this next part, I'd like at least all the executive committee members to just say something quick about yourself, so everybody knows, and if it's possible, so people can see your face, so we can put a name to a face. I know I need that because I only know about half of the people personally here. So, and I'll start off just to give you an idea of how it should work. So first and foremost, I'm a Christian. I graduated from Mayor Lutheran High School, finished my bachelor's degree at Northwestern in St. Paul at the age of 40, and completed my MBA at the age of 50. I'm a trustee for my church, and I'm a VFW and DAV Life member. I believe in servant leadership. It is my job to provide direction and resources to the team so you can be successful. I'm not a micromanager, but if you need a sounding board, I'm always available. So there you go. Tiffany, you're up.
Sure. Well, I ain't gonna go back that far. So I did graduate from South Dakota State with the Bachelor in Animal Science. So I do have a full-time job testing milk on dairy farms in the tri-state area. So I do test on about 18 farms, 17,000 cows every month. So I do have early mornings. I'm usually up between midnight and 4 in the morning. Sleeping in for me is about 6 a.m. So don't worry about calling me too early. I'm usually around and up, and I do have a farm. So if you talk to me on the phone, it's pretty likely that you will hear chickens, turkeys, or cattle or whatever in the background. So I am on our township board since 2012. I'm a state director with Advance on the State Township Association board and stuff. So that's been really good. Definitely the grassroots of government is at your township and city level and stuff. So that's been awesome. And served on the Trump campaign last fall. So yeah, with that, thank you.
Go ahead, Nathan. Yeah, Nathan's next.
Hey guys, I'm actually driving home from work right now, but I was born and raised in CD7 down by Garfield, Glenwood, born in Alec. So know the area well. I've also I got my bachelor's degree in energy management from North Dakota, actually from Bismarck State College in North Dakota. Power and process plants technology, so steam. I work in all kinds of places all around the state, all around the district actually too, for a company covering boiler shifts. Married, got kids, young family. We got the small farm going. We got lambs being born right now like crazy. Yeah, just loving life, the family life, and yeah. My allegiance is to the Lord and to truth and to, you know, passing our conservative principles and our founding onto those children that we're raising, and hopefully if we're doing a good enough job, you know, we'll be able to pass those important values onto the area here in CD7. So, but I'm a shift worker, so there's a good chance if you send me a text, it doesn't matter what time of the day or night. A lot of my shifts are overnight, so 6 to 6 either way, or 7 to 7 either way. Yeah, I just might be responding. I got some rental properties too, so that keeps me busy as well.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Tim?
Hey, y'all. Tim Nanson, live in Fergus Falls. I've been married, it's 29 years. And just loving every minute of it, right? So 2 kids, my son's 19, hockey player / student, just got done with his first year of juniors hockey. Daughter is 21. So living the life. I am a certified financial planner, work for an independent firm that is based out of Culver City, California. So the majority of my clients are in Southern California, where I find myself about 4 times a year to go out and see folks. So that keeps me busy. Other than that, loving life, loving God, loving our conservative values, and look forward to the forward direction that the CD is moving in. So,
great.
Thanks all.
Thanks, Tim. Jelan?
Hey, Jelan Axt. My address is Hutchinson, Minnesota. I'm in the southeast corner of Meeker. I'm barely 1 mile into the county of Meeker. Grew up about 30 miles away from where I live now in Glencoe, Minnesota. So I didn't get far that way. Worked at 3M 38 years, 25 in Hutchinson, 13 commuting to St. Paul from where I live. So spent a lot of time on the road, went through cars. And I'm the chair of Meeker County. I'm the clerk on my Ellsworth Township board, working hard to get them back to in-person voting. Truly love the grassroots values of township. So realized during COVID, excuse me, that it's your local races and places that dictate your life and the pain that you incur in it. So that's why I'm involved here and looking forward to being your secretary.
Great. I'm glad to have you. Let me tell you guys, she's been such a help, and she actually got the Constitution and bylaws updated. So hopefully I'll be able to get that posted this weekend on the website. Okay, now with the vice chairs, Heidi.
Well, good evening, everybody. Heidi Ahman. First, I want to tell you what an honor it is and a blessing to be here for another 2 years. I enjoyed my last 2 years. I learned a lot and wasn't really thinking about seeking reelection, and then pretty much at the last minute decided to do it. And truly am blessed to be here. It's an honor to be working with old and new members. And again, I'm a sponge. I'm constantly learning. I brought this to Chair Bret, and welcome to Chair Bret, and welcome again to the new members. But I brought this. I'm a Delta flight attendant, 34 years, a Wilmer, Minnesota, Candiota County resident. Got involved late in life, and I was a Candiota County treasurer for 6 years, decided to put that away, and that's why I kind of decided to seek re-election with the CD7. But I brought this to Chair Bret the other day as far as meeting and greeting everybody. What assets do we bring to the board? And so I'm going to continue with that. And I am one, I'm a business major with, I don't know how I did it, but I got minors in finance and economics. Beyond, can't believe it, but business major, marketing management major. And marketing is my forte. I love doing that. Brought it up to Bret, and I said, one goal that I said when I was talking around people too is last year I went to county fairs, not only Candiota County, but I went to 2 other county fairs. And I absolutely love that. Maybe I'm a people person because that's what I do for a living. Although sometimes I come home and I tell my husband, I hate people. But I love people. I love being out there. I want to represent CD7. I want better representation. Not that we didn't have it before, but I want us to be out there. And how do we do that? I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what the prototype looks like, but I'm thinking of marketing. Here in Candiota County, we bought merchandise, and then I decided to take it to 2 other county fairs that are neighboring counties. I would love to be that spokesperson, or I would love to be that driver. I would love to be that deliverer for that. And I would volunteer myself this upcoming summer to go to these county fairs. I don't know how far I'd go, if I'd go all the way up to see Rob Crow, which I told him I would. But I don't know what that looks like, but that's a goal that I have. That's a passion.
Great. Yeah, we need marketing because
well, yeah, it's fundraising too. So
right, and so that's one of the problems, in any organization, but especially the Republicans. We got to do a better job of messaging. So, okay, thanks, Heidi. Steve.
Well, hi everyone. Steve Boyd. I think I know most of you. Hail from Pope County, just into Pope County, just outside of Douglas County. Married 20 years now. 5 kids. 3 of our kids we were blessed to adopt. Our oldest son, who's adopted as well, he just graduated from basic training, so that was an exciting moment for us. Recently got to go down to South Carolina for that. I'm feeling a little old. I got my oldest graduating from basic training. My daughter is graduating this spring from high school. My middle son is now driving, playing baseball. So it's we're busy with that. Involved in our local church heavily. In fact, I'm at the church and doing this meeting right now. I'm supposed to be in there on the worship team, but came out to join this in between. I kind of with Heidi, I think her and I probably should work together. That's kind of my passion as well, is getting our values out there, promoting our values. I've talked about this a lot, especially reaching our young people. I have a marketing background, business background as well, and getting more people involved, getting our values out there, rather than just pitting Republican versus Democrat. So I'm excited to work with all of you and that, helping our smaller BPOUs working together, things like that, just empowering and equipping and growing our team and our values throughout the state, hopefully culminating in a governor win and an attorney general win and across the board, and continuing on.
All right, thanks, Steve. Katie?
Hi there. This is my granddaughter. She's not going to be quiet unless I hold her. So,
okay.
I'm Katie German, and this is my first time involved in anything at CD7. I am from Thief River, so Secretary of Pennington County, our BPOU. I've done that about 5 years. I enjoy being secretary. I enjoy doing administration, organizing type stuff. So I'm having fun keeping Bret in line. No, just kidding. But I went to school to be a nurse, but I have 7 kids. So I stayed home after number 4 and homeschooled, and then it's my first grandbaby. So my oldest daughter is about to get married in September. And my youngest is 10. So I still got kids at home, so I'm still busy, but I am looking forward to learning as much as I can and getting to know more of each of you.
Thanks, Katie. Next on the list was Matt, but Matt called me earlier and said he had a pre-planned family vacation, so he'll join us next month. Lisa Murphy.
I don't know if anybody wants to see me. My hair's a mess, and I came home from the convention with infection in a saliva gland on the side of my head, so I've been feeling a little out of it. But Lisa Murphy, I'm chair of Wadena County Republicans. What I think I bring to the table is I took Wadena County from an exclusive committee to an inclusive committee, and we have well over 30 people that come to our meetings, and we've raised a lot of money. I'm a caring person. I know some of you probably met my son Tate. He was a sergeant at arms there, guy that looked like a Viking. Me and my husband, we don't have any of our own biological children, but we have gathered 4 boys that we call our own. They call us mom and dad, and we call them our sons, and they just had trouble in life, and so we picked them up and helped them out. And I'm somewhat of a people person. I'm just like, I like to get things done. You know, if I'm gonna do it and we got to get it done, we're gonna get it done. I don't care how we got to do it, but we're gonna get it done. So that's about all I can think of right now. I can't think straight. I got too much antibiotics flowing through my brain. So
no worries. So Lisa and I we're in the same SD, and so she was taking people to Moorhead and all the towns in the area over there, trying to get some wins up there in Moorhead. I know she went up there a couple of times, and she was always. I think you were also, weren't you the deputy chair of CD3 at one point?
Oh, I was vice chair and
vice chair
CD4 in St. Paul. I ran
okay.
I ran for state representative twice there as well.
Yeah.
So I've fought in the belly of the beast a few times.
Yeah, Lisa's a warrior. She's done a lot of good stuff here in our SD. Okay, Lisa Tilney.
Hi. I'm originally from Florida, so this week has been kind of rough for me, snow-wise. But we've been in Minnesota about 9 years, and ever since then, I've been involved with just the Republican Party. We didn't really have it organized this way in Florida, so it was kind of neat to come here and actually have groups and be a part of things and have county groups and stuff. We didn't have that, so it was neat. I used to live up in Cloquet, so I was in CD8 for a while, and I did some stuff with the group there. And then when we came here, I got involved here. So I'm the co-chair for Yellow Medicine for about, I don't know, almost 5 years. That's how long we've been in down here in Clarkfield, and was elected to the city council this past fall. And so I just started that in January. I'm on the EDA board for our town, and I homeschool my girls, and my husband's a pastor, so we're busy with church all the time, and doing things there, and I work part-time. I also have experience on the board. I was a secretary for a while, and then I was a vice chair before that. So I'm just excited to do it again and come back and help everyone with everything that we're doing and all the ideas we're going to have and come up with, and just keep doing good work. So.
All right, thanks. Rob, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, Rob Kroll. I live in Roseville, Minnesota. I'm currently secretary for the Roseville County Republicans. I've been involved in Republican politics since 1988 in several different places. Started out Hill City. I lived in Hermantown for a while, but I wasn't involved in because of family commitments. Back to Hill City, was involved as a BPOU chair and also served on the 8th District Executive Committee. Moved to Roseville in 2007. I was working as a journalist at the time when I first got there, so I didn't get involved in party operations till about 2014, and I assumed the secretary position then. So I'm currently working for a major power sports company as an investigation engineer. So I see a lot of things there, but just I view my position as, or I like to be do a lot of organizational things. Served on several committees, Constitution, platform, and rules, etc. So anyway, looking forward to working with the committee.
Thanks, Rob. Ben's not on, is he?
No, I haven't been
Okay.
able to get hold of Ben for a while. He's got young
Okay.
kids and working with school things. So
Okay. All right. SD4, Fred.
Yeah, hi. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the recent convention in my hometown. In fact, I was a member of the first class that graduated at that school that was there for a full year. We won't say how many years ago that was, but they've remodeled it several times since. So anyway, I graduated. I got a Bachelor of Science degree from NDSU, attended law school, have resided in Moorhead for the better part of 50 years now. Married for 49, 3 adult children, 3 grandchildren. Have gone through 6 Labradors, 5 black and 1 yellow. Worked Republicans originally when I was in Becker County years ago. Did I guess you'd say what we used to refer to as carrying water for the elephant, foot soldiers and so forth. Here in Moorhead, the last 25 years or so, I was deputy chair for about 12 or 13, chair for 5, state central since 2020, 2000, I guess, 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. And as a delegate and an alternate the last 3-4 years. Been SD4 co-chair with an attorney over in Becker County by the name of Pete Baliga. He wanted to be here this evening. I talked to him earlier. He's had some health problems. If you remember, he was there at the convention and accepted a flag from Michelle Fishbach that had flown over the Capitol. But he today had to go in for some more chemo work and wasn't sure whether he would make it tonight. Been on various committees over the years. The last time around on the nomination committee, I don't know if I'd want to do that again with 22 candidates, so that took a while. Daryl Thurn as the chair should get a reward, I think, for perseverance. That it was quite a job. But that kind of brings it up to date, I guess.
Okay, Fred. Don't forget about all the signs we ran this summer.
All the what?
All the signs that we ran last summer.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. SD5, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
The new chair of Todd County.
Yeah, I had to become chair. Our former chair deserted us, thought he should become the CD7 chair. So anyway, I was deputy chair and also served as secretary and vice chair for many years. Got a degree in agriculture and but I did a lot of trucking and now I'm working just part-time for a shuttle service, driving people around. That's about it. I've been in this position a couple of years and look forward to continuing on. Thank you.
Yep, yep. Todd is in capable hands over there with Jerry. All right, Vance, SD9.
Vance Bachman, SD9 co-chair. Been involved in the Otter Tail County BPOU as a past chair and involved a lot with townships, Minnesota Association of Townships, and also a business owner here in West Central Minnesota for telecommunications and power utility. So small business owner, like to farm and have a lot in common with Tiffany's stuff there with the farming community and a lot of the rural area around here. So,
All right, is Amanda on, Vance? Do you know if Amanda's on?
Yep, yes, she is.
Oh, okay. All right, Amanda. Is it pronounced Hada?
Yes, it is.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm Amanda Hada. I am from Tinta in Traverse County, so I'm right up here in the corner of Traverse, right next to Wilkin and Grant, and 15 miles from North Dakota. I got involved in the Traverse County Republicans with the help of the great Dolores McLaren, and I've been the secretary for the BPOU now for, I don't know, it was sometime before COVID. 6 years, I think. I'm the city clerk for the city of Tinta, and outside of Republicans and government, I bring to the table the experience of being a EMR for a local fire department for 17 years. I've been, just this last year, started and one of the founding members and am a board member for our Fire Relief Association. And then my actual day job is that I am a registered nurse. My passion is with long-term care. I'm what is called an infection preventionist in long-term care. I work for Pioneer Care. I'm very proud to say I work for Pioneer Care in Fergus Falls, and then Minnewaska Lutheran Home in Starbuck as well, where my goal really is that we will absolutely never, ever, ever visit quarantine again, as that in itself killed people, and to reduce infection rates in long-term care with factual evidence and allowing people to make their own decisions on their health care. So I'm an advocate for our elderly, very, very passionate that we have enough care for them, enough resources for them, and that's where I come from.
All right. Thanks, Amanda. Noel.
Well, my name is Noel Collis. I grew up in southern Minnesota. My dad ran a mobile gas station, and when we were kids, Dad told us we already won the lottery because we're Americans. And those values are the values that I think motivate most of us and motivate me now. I graduated from high school in Lake Crystal. I went to college at St. Olaf. I went on to medical school and actually taught in the medical school, but have practiced medicine here in the 7th District for over 30 years. And I was currently elected chair in Morrison County. And I guess the reason I'm here is the reason most of us are here. We want to let people know why we're Republicans, because we get that message out, the people will be with us, and that's why we're really here. And so thanks, Bret, and thanks for the chance to be with you.
Yeah, thanks, Noel. Holly.
Hi, Holly DeShane. Grew up in southern Minnesota, still in about 15 miles east of Tiffany. Spent a few years traveling the country in the Air Force, and then got out in California. Couldn't take that anymore, so we moved back here about 20 years ago. My husband and I live in Alexandria. I graduated from St. Mary's College while I was out in California. Started getting actively involved in the party when Hillary Clinton ran for president. As a member of the Air Force, I couldn't let her become president of the United States. It just, her as commander-in-chief just didn't work. Got active in Douglas County and then also on the board for the SD12. My passion is training, but clearly my skills are event planning.
Okay. Thanks, Holly. Mary, or do you prefer I know a lot of Marys, they prefer to have their middle name as well. Are you the same?
Just don't call me late for dinner, whatever you call me. I don't care. I'm Mary Gail Bratch. You've got Mary Jo on there.
Sorry.
That's okay. I guess I've been a conservative all my life. People ask me how long I've been a conservative, and I tell them I came out of the womb conservative. I grew up in Pine River, Minnesota, grew up there, graduated from high school. Most of the time I was in school, my mother was the Cass County chairwoman. Started a young Republican group in high school when I was in there. So got back busy into politics in 2015 and 16 with Trump. Went to caucus, got onto the county board. Our longtime 30+ year secretary passed away, so I assumed the secretary position for a while. Then was elected as chairwoman. I think we were the last county in the state that had a chairman and a chairwoman. I found our constitution in the deceased secretary's paperwork that her son brought me, and I don't think it had been updated since like in the 60s or 70s. So that's what we did, was update that. So then I was elected 2 years ago as chair. Leonard had been the chair, and he said, I'll be deputy chair, you be chair, and now we were just reelected. So I've been on the convention planning committee a few times. I am very active in parades, fair booth. We do pop-ups. I started us doing pop-ups all over the county for community celebrations. You will see me all 3 days out at Farm Fest. I spend the majority of the time out at Farm Fest and do a lot of work there. I guess something needs to be done. I do it. I'm retired. We've been married. It'll be 53 years in June. I've been retired for about 9 years. I was worked in a CPA firm. I've done bookkeeping and accounting my whole life, is what my business is. So I guess that's all about it.
Thanks, Mary Gail. Is Greg on?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Greg Kohlberg, Renville County. I got a Bachelor of Science in agronomy at the University of Minnesota with a minor in economics. I never worked a day in those disciplines, but I have worked in finance and tech, manufacturing and retail. And after my father passed away, I moved back to my hometown to manage our family farm. And then I became active in the Renville County Republicans and was chair for 12 or 14 years, something like that. And then on the CD7 board. So.
Thanks, Greg.
You bet.
Is Jeff on by any chance? No. Okay, Jim.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Jim Beer. I'm Deputy Chair of McLeod County Republicans. Basically, I've been in Minnesota. Actually, a full confession, I'm from Iowa. I'm not a native Minnesotan, but I had the smarts to come to Minnesota. Been here, raised 4 kids. Had the pleasure of being in McLeod County Republicans for a number of years. And my background is I worked for Hutchinson Technology for just under 25 years in quality, project management. And I'm probably in my last year here before I join you folks in being retired. And I guess I enjoy being with the party, helping out with conventions. And I do help local candidates, identifying them, helping them run, and helping them get up to speed and helping them campaign and win.
Great. One thing I'd like to add to that is, Jim, you and your team did a wonderful job with the Constitution and bylaws. Just wanted to thank you for that.
Joanne was a big part of that. Thank you.
Yeah. Daryl.
Okay, hey everybody. Okay, there we go. It finally came in. I'm Daryl Thurn. I grew up in North Dakota on a small family farm. Went to NDSU, got an engineering degree. What I do now is I start medical device companies and bring new ideas in for the healthcare industry. I got involved in politics back in about 20 years ago, and basically took Sibley County, which was pretty much a small, not really active BPOU, and got them really active. Was a co-founder of Minnesota Conservative Counties movement. This was we were the Tea Party before the Tea Party started. We met up in Hutchinson, and we had people from all over the state coming in because we wanted to do training. We wanted to just get people involved, and we wanted to change the course of our of where we were going with Minnesota. And I've been on pretty much every committee that there has been, both at the district level and state level. So I'm here to serve wherever there's a need. My skill set is in process development and organizational development as well. So any way that I can help out, I'm here to do it, because my goal is we've got a full slate in 26 and we need to win all those. I would really like to see what a trifecta of Republicans is all about, because we've never had it. And we know what the Democrat trifecta is. So we got to work together. We got to make sure that we win statewide races. We get majorities in the House and the Senate here in Minnesota, and we retain our federal House members, as well as gain the Senate seat at the federal level.
Thanks, Daryl. Okay, that takes care of 7A. Now 7B, looks like there's two parts to that. Tiffany, can you do that part about the thank you gifts?
For what we're gonna do for them?
Yeah. Can you take care of that part?
Yeah, I would just like to make a motion that we spend up to $350 for each of the Craig, Anita, and Mandy and stuff.
So moved. I mean, second.
Any discussion on that? Okay. Okay, well, I'll just run through it. So I vote yay. Tiffany?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Joanne? Okay, thanks. Joanne?
Yes.
Heidi?
Aye.
Steve?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Lisa Murphy?
Yes.
Lisa Tilney?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Vance?
Yes.
Amanda?
No vote because Vance voted.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Thank you. Noel?
Yes.
Holly?
Yes.
Mary Gail?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
And either Jim or Daryl.
Daryl voted.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Yes.
That would be unanimous. So, all in favor. Motion carries. There we go. I've never done a voice vote like that before. So, all right. Motion carries. So, are you going to take care of that then, Tiffany, or do you have a group doing that, or what do you think?
Yeah, Jillian has some ideas, and if anybody else has some ideas, we'll sure entertain them. And then maybe by next meeting we'll come back with what we found and stuff for them. So we're searching for that gold phone for Anita. So
She need another one?
yeah, she burned hers out already. So
Okay. All right, well, we're already at the 8 o'clock mark, and I don't like to go past an hour, so I'm gonna be brief here, talk about our plan forward, or what I see, and like I've been telling Tiffany and Jelan here the last few days, is that you know, I'm not an ogre. I spent 20 years in the Army, but that's not the style of leadership that works. I'm a servant leader. What I'm going to ask though is if you're a chair of a committee, that you keep your minutes, so we can get those submitted to the secretary for continuity. All right, a 2026 Republican trifecta is my goal. I want to use a precinct strategy to accomplish that. The strategy is nothing more than you contacting your neighbors to get them involved. That's really what it boils down to. So when they talk about all these programs and all that about precinct strategy, it's really not that complicated. I have what I've called the 210 plan. So the counties north of Highway 210 would converge on Moorhead to assist Clay and Fred up there to win back SD4 and HD4 Alpha. This would be in conjunction with what the committee that you've already established is doing. So they would work together and maybe be just one team and do that. Every county south of 210, I would like them to adopt a House district where Republicans can actually win. And I've done the math and I've identified those four, 14B, 35B, 48B, and 54A. All of those races were 200 or under, and we can certainly flip those. I want to use our website as a place to go to learn and share best practices. For those that don't know, I've talked to John Palmer, one parliamentarian, about doing a 3-part video on how you make motions, and then an intermediate level, and then an advanced level, and then putting those on our website. I also like to see a document section in there. There's already some in there, you know, the Constitution and bylaws, but I'd like to see other stuff like templates for a constitution and a bylaw, caucus forms, how to conduct a convention, agenda and minute outlines, BPOU meetings, county fair processes, parades, committee, how to be a committee chair, and all that kind of stuff. So that's really the broad stroke there, but I'm not, like I said, I'm a participative style leadership, servant leader. And so I need everybody's input. I can't do it alone, and I don't want to. So I need everybody's help. So that's kind of the plan with that. Now something that came out, I was developing with Katie, is that, so I don't know if anybody got an invite to the Signal thing, but just try it out. You know, and then in May, on our May 1st meeting, we'll decide whether we want to use that as a means of communication. And so it's just a matter, and the reason it came out was that so you can play with it for a few weeks to see if you like it or not. So I'll be putting something on there probably daily for you to look at. So, but whatever, like I said, just play with it. And if you don't like it, we won't use it. And if we do, we do. So again, it's a participative style. That's what I like to do. Okay, last thing on the agenda here is the Action for Liberty statement that came out. They came out and said nice things about Nathan and I, and on the other hand, they disparaged Representative Emmer and other people in that thing. And so I was getting messages from a lot of different people saying, hey, when are you going to address this? And what I've been telling them is that we as CD7 are going to decide what we're going to do. This isn't a Bret or Nathan thing, in my opinion. I think it has to come from the whole group. So, and you know, sometimes the best thing to do is just ignore them and don't give them fodder to come back at you with. But you know, like I said, we'll talk about it as a group here, and you know, whatever we decide, that's what we should do. So, Nathan, seems you were the other person in there. Do you want to chime in on that at all?
I can. I see Tiffany's got her hand up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Nathan. That's fine. I'll go after you.
Yeah, I guess I would reverberate that. I feel that that there's going to be more negative that comes from us wading into that mess I know people may have may believe or think that I'm an Action for Liberty person, but when it came to them trying to get me to sign up for their I've never been to one of their trainings, all that fun stuff. When I ran my campaign, I was very specific about not taking endorsements or pats on the back, because I felt that that was a hook for later on down the road. That phone would ring sometime. It doesn't matter if it was NRA or whoever it would have been that was trying to get me to fill out documentation for them to see if I qualified for their support. So I did reject that then as well. And I mean, I've had some dust ups with them in the past. I specifically believe that, and although I have appreciated their willingness to support Otter Tail County, at least from my purview of it, I will say that I don't see a win in going into this thing. We could talk about other social media as well, or other articles anytime. So I mean, if this is going to be our kind of setting our stage going forward, that we're going to respond to anytime anybody says anything mean about anybody in here, or positive, or however we're going to do it, I feel like we will be doing a disservice to the people who have elected us. And I think that it's most important that this is the kind of thing that gets our eye off the ball. This is why Democrats win, is because they throw stuff at Trump, and they get him to chase at other things that he doesn't need to chase. You know, it's that part of politics that people learn to hate and despise. So I don't see the W in this, to be completely honest. But
thanks, Nathan.
Go ahead. Yep.
Tiffany, go ahead.
Yeah, while I appreciate your guys' comments, you guys were on the top end of that, and I got the short end of the stick. I did work up some wording. I'd like to share it here just real quick, just a short statement, and whether we share that on social media or email. Or Brett, I know you had talked about going and visiting with Mort. And I'll just read it quick. The 7th Congressional District Executive Committee does not condone the constant attacks by Action for Liberty on Republicans that are working hard for the conservative cause, especially women in leadership positions. We encourage A4L to attack Democrats rather than hardworking Republicans. I did word it like that because they do seem to attack us women lately, and it seems to go back to either Michelle, Lisa Damath, Mandy, myself, Joy Orvis, and it is outright despicable. And I think silence does us no good. I think we need to start pushing back on these guys, because like in the last sentence, they do attack Republicans more than they attack Democrats, and they need to be called out on it. I'm not saying that we have to do this all the time, but I'm sorry, I am sick and tired of these guys doing this. And I think we need to make a unity statement here. You guys stick up for us women, and we stay focused on, winning Senate District 4. But I wish these guys would get their poop together. And if you guys haven't noticed already, I'm pretty direct and mean what I say. So any discussion or wording, I'd certainly welcome that.
Well, I think somebody else had their hand up. I think Lisa Murphy, you had your hand up.
Yes, I do. I agree with Tiffany 100%. I don't think we need to get into I'm more direct than Tiffany, a pissing match with them. But I think we should say what we say and then move forward. Because if we don't, then we just become their doormat. And, I've had I dealt with the same type of thing when the Ron Paulers tried to take over the party. It was the same crap, same tactics. The guy can't write one article without name calling, and he attacks our Republicans. Go after the Democrats. Our Republicans are doing the best they can. Trust me, Anoka County, Wright County, they call them rhinos. Bullshit. That's all that's ever going to get elected there. Because if we don't elect them, we elect nobody. And they vote with us 80% of the time. Better than a Democrat who vote with us 0% of the time. So we got to knock knock these people off their pins and say, we don't want anything to do with you. And just straight out, they could write all the nasty stuff they want. That's fine, but we don't have to respond back. We're just going to say what we got to say and move forward. Because if we let them get by with it, then we're a constant, kicking, toy. Because I don't like these people coming in and tearing down our party. We're working hard to get what we have. If you got a moderate Republican in CD7, then yeah, maybe they need to go. But when you get, talk about down towards the metro area, we're as good as we're gonna get. And we'll start losing ground because of these idiots. And that Mortensen should know better. He sat in the house. He knows what goes on. He's doing it. He's on a power trip. We got to stop this.
Okay. All right, Daryl, you got your hand up?
Yes, I concur with Tiffany and Lisa. And because I've been battling these guys for a long time, and all they have done, they've come after my House representative, who's now my senator, Glenn Gruenhagen, who's probably one of the most conservative legislators on that's out there. And they basically lied to me when they said that he was voting for that he voted for abortion. And when it came down to it, it was an omnibus bill where Glenn Gruenhagen had authored three bills that gave equal pay to pro-life organizations that equaled what we have to pay in interstate to Planned Parenthood. So these guys are liars, and they have stated that they are going to be coming out and they're going to go after every single one of our Republican representatives. So for 2026, so we want to win. We got to make a statement that says we are not with you. And that goes where, because there's a lot of people that believe, Bret, you're part of Action for Liberty, and Nathan and a couple others on this board, and it'd be good to come up with a unity statement that says nobody on this board is Action for Liberty, supports Action for Liberty, or will work with Action for Liberty.
Okay. Mary Gail, you have your hand up?
Yep, I agree with Daryl and Lisa and Tiffany. We need to do this. And Nathan said something about they've talked to you guys and like you guys. Well, you, Bret, and Nathan are new on here. Give them time. I would be willing to bet within 6 months they'll be attacking the two of you too. Because anybody that's in office or whatever, they're automatically attacking.
Okay, thank you. Jillian?
Yeah, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with anybody. I would agree with making one statement, and then that would be it. Because there are plenty of people I know on my own BPOU that make statements on Facebook that are not truthful. And if we're going to start focusing our attention on all of that, we're going to waste time and energy. So what I try to advise people when they do this is think of the counterbalances, because oftentimes you will get 10 or 20 more crazy people that will, and I'm not trying to offend any of the crazy people, but you will get them riled up, and then they just bring you down to that level. And I don't want to play in the mud any longer. I've had enough of it. And so I'm all for making a statement, but then please let's let it go and stay focused on the future.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jillian. Fred?
Yeah. Could Tiffany put up the statement again, please?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to ask for that too.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with, you have to have a baseline here where you can start from. And we're not going to have a ad hoc committee coming in and telling us how we're going to run the 7th district.
Right.
We're perfectly capable of doing that ourselves most of the time. Some of the times we have our own problems. But it's been my experience that I've seen that what they're expecting is a purity test. And of course, that opens up the discussion as to, okay, purity for who, from who, or for, you know, whose idea is pure. I'm a great believer in what Ronald Reagan said one time. If you're with me 80% of the time, that's pretty doggone good. And there have been other people that have discussed it tonight in regard to some of the metro area BPOUs. Prime example is what we're faced with here in Clay County and Moorhead. You're not going to get a real solid 110% conservative elected in 4A, just like you probably aren't going to do it down in St. Paul or Minneapolis. I'm old enough to remember when Minneapolis had a Republican representative in the Minnesota House. Their current one is Ilhan Omar. It's been quite a change over the last 50, 60, 70 years. But I think that the notice that Tiffany's come up with, there's nothing wrong with it. We're just backing Republicans, and the idea that they should spend their time attacking Democrats instead of Republicans, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good base plate, good way to start. And I would move the question, if you're putting this to a vote for the executive committee.
I still got Heidi's already got her hand up. Go ahead, Heidi.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Chair. So I've read the statement. I've got it in front of me, obviously. I am going to concur with Jelan a little bit. I would suggest that we tread lightly. We have many voters. We represent many voters. We don't represent just one side or the other. We represent all. I brought this to my BPOU on Tuesday, and I was attacked by my own BPOU for something. I was trying to tell them that we represent a majority of voters, crazy, normal, rational, irrational. I would like to suggest we tread lightly. And I know I've been attacked in the past, not on a statewide per se, but I have been attacked. I know what that feels like. And Tiffany, she has been getting a brunt of it. But is there any way we can word it where we don't name names? Now we know who the culprits are, and they're going to know who they are, but is there any way? And then also, is there any way that we can just make a statement without naming names? Because I tell you, we don't need this heat going.
I have a solution.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
So yeah, just let me just read what I'm thinking here, because I'm agreeing with Heidi and with Jelan. Just so bear with me, and if people don't like it, then we'll vote however we would want to do it. The 7th Congressional District Executive Committee does not condone the constant attacks by Republicans on Republicans who are working hard for the conservative cause, especially women in leadership positions. We encourage other Republicans to attack Democrats rather than hardworking Republicans. That would be my suggestion.
My question to that, Brett, is Action for Liberty Republicans, because they claim on their Facebook or social media, wherever it is, that they are actually libertarians. They're not Republicans.
Yeah.
And the MNGOP already put out a pretty clear statement what they think of them too. So I mean, we wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just offering another solution. So,
Brett, sorry, I can't figure out on mobile how to do the hand up thing. But
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I guess my question would be, I tend to agree with Heidi and Jelan here. I've dealt with Action for Liberty as well. Some may think I'm an Action for Liberty person. I am not. I've gone on the podcast. I also talked to the Star Tribune. I talked to who was willing to have a conversation during my campaign. They did want to do other things. I told them no, because while I do appreciate at times pointing out things that other people don't want to acknowledge as problems, I think the method of solution is generally, if not always, wrong in that thing. But I would ask the question: who are we just making ourselves feel good with this, or what are we actually accomplishing? Because, like Heidi said, you have a lot of people that are supportive and donating and different things like that in the district to Action for Liberty. You're going to start another back and forth. We talk about unity. I maybe makes ourselves feel better, but really, this is the type of thing that guys like Action for Liberty want to happen. And I don't see an advantage to it. I think it starts another back and forth storm that we have to deal with and takes us off of our focus moving forward. And if you think a statement is going to make Action for Liberty stand down, or people that support them stop supporting them, you're way off base, and it's not going to have any effect other than starting something else, in my opinion. It's the type of people we're dealing with, but that's.
All right, Steve, thanks. I think Rob had his hand up. Go ahead.
The word Republican does not apply to Action for Liberty.
Okay. All right, Nathan.
I'll defer to Holly because I have already spoken. So go ahead, Holly.
Okay.
Well, I stand with Tiffany. At some time, the group has to stand up for its members and say, hey, back off. We're working hard for the cause, and your constant attacks are not helping us. And for the whole group to stand up for Tiffany, for the people that have been attacked. Because otherwise they're going to think that they can just take pot shots at us forever. But if we as a group stand together and say, this is not acceptable, I don't know that we'll get through to them, but at least the people on the edges will know we stand up for each other.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, I would just ask that there's a concern with truth here, obviously, and I'm not saying that what they're printing is true or not, but I know that, I don't know, after this got brought up, I did go and listen to the majority of their next show or podcast that they had. I know that's not whatever technically them, I don't know, whatever, but and I thought I saw conventions on their agenda for the day for that show, and I thought for sure that there was going to be, some CD7 noise in regards to that article, but it wasn't. It was after the what they perceive as well, if you want to call it just straight out cheating or stacking the deck at CD6. And so that's what they were on. They were on CD6. They were on having to deal with all that down there and not getting people, not allowing other members to make it through nominations and challenge people and what on and so forth. I don't know if I wasn't there, obviously. I don't know what part of that is exactly true and is not. But the fact I would tend to agree that this is going to, I think they're looking for hot air and I think they're looking for fire, and that's what gains clicks. And so if that's what they're going to do, well, that's what they're going to do. I don't see that we're going to move the needle much. Besides, we are in the reddest district. Yes. I would contend that there's probably a lot of people that in our district that listen to them or whatever, support them, whatever they're doing. So if that's the case, and we start throwing out statements against them, well, are we going to throw out a statement against, because we're so conservative, are we going to throw out a statement against the log cabin Republicans? I know they're an affiliate group, but for not necessarily being a family values thing if they're, for same-sex marriage? How far are we gonna go down this line and continue? And we're gonna end up we're gonna spend whatever, more than the 15 minutes we've spent every time denying or calling out other groups. In my mind, that's what it looks like. And like you said, I think somebody referenced what's her name, Star Tribune. So does that mean anytime that Star Tribune's looking for comments or whatever, should we? I mean, they're very liberal. We could denounce them. I don't know where does it end is my question.
Yeah. Okay, Tiffany.
Go to somebody that hasn't spoken yet. Brett, I'll come back later.
Okay. Just before I go to anybody else, I'm just gonna say, so I have a meeting with Representative Fishbach tomorrow morning in Paynesville, and I was gonna get her opinion on what she thought that we should do. And also, so I'm going to the CD4 convention on Saturday, and I plan to meet with Mortensen to talk with him about this. So just so you guys know that. Okay, were you next, Jim?
I could be.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think there's one word I might make a friendly suggestion, maybe, is to take out the word constant attacks, soften a little bit. But other than that, I think this is worded about as politely as you can, just to get a statement out there. And again, this is the one time to Jillian. I think it is worthy to make a statement. This just happened. That's not, we're going to do this every time, but I think it is important to get this out there. And I don't know if some of the pictures you've had have been just really over the top. There was a picture of Mandy, was a picture of a cow laying on its side that they got one out. I mean, it's just so offensive to be doing this stuff. This is such a mild comment to say one time, not to do that. I don't think this is over the top at all. But the word constant might be a little strong. That'd be my friendly suggestion for a change. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jim. Go ahead, Daryl. Daryl, did you have your hand up?
Oh,
Or no?
sorry. I forgot to unmute. Just to talk about what Nathan had put up, about where does it stop? One, you called out like the Log Cabin Republicans. They don't attack us. Action for Liberty has a history of attacking us. And as Jim pointed out, really very unprofessional things. So again, looking for unity with the Republican Party, which already put out a statement. I think it goes a long ways into saying, hey, we are not going to, be supporting anything that you have. And it doesn't need to be a constant back and forth, which I don't recommend, but just a statement that says, this is where we stand. That's our flag in the poll, and we're not going to entertain your commentary anymore.
Okay. Tiffany?
Oh, let Amanda go.
Okay. Go ahead, Amanda.
Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of what Nathan and what Daryl were just saying. We're always going to be under attack, and yes, it is constant attack, but we recognize that, we expect it. It's politics. It's going to happen. I haven't quite figured out the wording in my mind yet here, but I'd like to see a statement that's a little bit more of something that's going to take the wind out of their sails, because they're expecting you to come back with fire and expecting us to come back with fire. That's what they do. That's what they want. They want the clicks. I would go a little bit more, if we could, maybe towards the unity and the fact that we are working very hard and that we do support not just the men in our leadership roles, but we really do want to support the women in leadership roles. But that's just my thoughts. We got to take the wind out of their sails, but not with fire, because they expect it.
Right. Yeah, but I agree 100% with that. We can't allow them to just disparage anybody. But they're doing it. When you call Representative Emmer a globalist rhino, I got a real problem with that. Or when you do that, like what Jim said about the cow laying dead on the side, that was totally uncalled for. So it's appalling, that right there. So go ahead, Tiffany.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Daryl. It's a one time and done, but it shows the unity. I know there's, people thinking that some of you on our board are, supporters of them. I think it would say to a lot of people in CD7 that do support them that if you guys would come out and release a statement, either this one or if we modify it, I think that would be a very good thing for people to see that you guys unify behind this. And, at one time, tuned into what they said until, like somebody said, they called Glenn Grunhagen not a pro-life person. And that made me sit back and think, oh my gosh, what are these people doing? Like Glenn Grunhagen, I mean, he's the most conservative pro-life, person out there and stuff, right along with Michelle. And, then I sat back and really started looking at how much these guys attack Republicans versus Democrats. And it really opened my eyes. And I think that's what people have to start seeing. And they are losing some following and stuff, because people are starting to see that they attack Republicans more than Democrats. And I mean, look at the Tapke race. That is in Mortenson's backyard. And we lost that by 14 votes. How many doors did Mortenson knock on? I had heard that there were 20 write-in votes in his name. Well, that could have won us our race. And, and people realize what these guys do, and I think if we release something like that and, it's not attacking them, it's just making a sound statement. And if everybody unifies behind that, I think that's one of the best things that we can do.
Okay.
Brett,
I don't know.
could I
Yep.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tiffany, I think what you've said to us is totally understandable and makes sense. Now, I don't know these people other than I don't think the ratings make a lot of sense, but we may paradoxically be playing into their hands by identifying them, because typically that's what groups like this want. And I think we should not allow them to take us off our game of promoting our conservative philosophy and electing Republicans and standing for the values we stand for. And I worry that this is a diversion from the core mission and message we should have. And it's best to just ignore them.
Do you have a suggestion? And I mean,
my suggestion would be, I just think we should ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say substitute action for liberty, but I definitely won't call them Republicans.
Right.
Okay.
I got my hand
how
up.
about who's that?
Lisa Murphy.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Lisa.
One, it's a one and done. We release our statement, we're done. We don't respond back to them, whatever. When they see that CD7, the most Republican district in the state, is against these people because of their attacks on us, it's going to make other counties or other districts take notice. Because how dare they come and attack us when we have a full congressional district full of Republicans, full of conservative Republicans, and they're going to attack us. I think our statement would be pretty clear to everybody else that, oh, look, they're attacking CD7. We're the reddest place in the state. And, so we don't have to go back and forth with it. We put it out there. We're done. My favorite thing to do is write something nasty to somebody and then block their number. Makes their head blow up. That's what we do. We don't have to respond to them. And this isn't a litmus test. We're not going after the log cabin Republicans or the Star Tribune or anything else. They're going after us personally, very personally, and they're claimed to be on our side, and they're not.
Okay.
So,
Jillian, go ahead.
I'm just wondering if there's a way to change the last sentence to try to spin it in a positive light, like we encourage A4L to follow our lead and support all leaders. Just try to throw it back to us. Like maybe you'd like to follow our lead where we have a mix of men and women in our leadership positions, and we attack Democrats instead of fellow conservatives.
Yeah. So
instead of putting them on the defense, throw them off their feet, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been at this about 40 minutes. And so what I'm just going to suggest it. So maybe if Jillian and Tiffany, and then after I talk with Representative Fishbach tomorrow, maybe the three of us can get together on a call either late Saturday, because I'll be down in the city until the convention is over, or Sunday. And then we can come up with a proposal for the group, and I can email it out to the executive committee, and then we can get comments, and then maybe do another quick Zoom on it.
Okay, I make a motion that the chair, the vice chair, and the secretary work on this, and
I think
consult with Fishbach and
this is Fred. I think I've already got a motion on the floor. I was waiting.
Yours is just to
yeah,
stop,
to make this into a motion to pass it. I was waiting for a second.
Sorry, Fred. I forgot what your motion was. Can you say it again?
That we go along with this. The way it's worded, it's not that big of a fight. It's not. It's very tame. It's very mild, and there's nothing in there that is not true. Now, if they have trouble accepting that, that's their problem, not ours.
Okay.
I second Fred's motion. Daryl.
Okay. We're going to have more discussion on it.
Well, and I think that to follow up on that, I think this is something that we settle tonight. I don't think we drag it out for another 1 or 2 days, because they've had enough that they've done to demean the 7th district or certain individuals in the 7th district. MNGOP has taken note of what they've done. They've made their position well known. It's not like we're going rogue here or anything. We're just saying, okay, going forward, we got a new board. The board is unified. This is the way it's going to be. And maybe, oh, by the way, this is a good point to have a good time to have that. Let's see where the board stands on this.
Okay. Again, I'm going to offer a friendly amendment that we wait till I talk to Representative Fishbach.
Second.
No, well, I got to ask Fred, is that a
I'm the maker of the
Oh,
motion.
sorry. Yep. You're
Yeah, do you acknowledge the amendment?
I'm not willing to accept a friendly amendment.
Okay. All right, any more discussion then?
I would like to just add, I know I already spoke. Let me put my hand down. Again, I have dealt with attacks in the past. I am not the bearer of the attacks, and I feel for Tiffany and Mandy to the point where I've had tears over this. It's broke my heart. But we had a convention this weekend that says, "United we win." And I am just severely afraid that by making a statement, calling out this, we're going to have more. I am not a mother, but I'm going to ask all of you parents on here, what do you do when a child has acted out? Do you recognize that action? Or do you sometimes just walk away and let them be? As much as I absolutely dearly love Tiffany, and like I said, what has happened, I would like this reworded where there is no, I don't want to give them credence, is basically what I'm trying to say. I'd like to come out at an offense. Maybe, just maybe, could we consider making a statement for our CD7 board and the wonderful women that have led it forward. Come back in offense instead of defense, because
Okay.
I've seen this happen in the tit for tats in the letters to the editors, and it seems like it just goes back and forth, back and forth. Maybe instead of a defensive statement, let's think of an offensive statement, lifting up our women of CD7 and name Tiffany, Mandy, you know, all the things that they've done. Do it that way. Just a suggestion.
We call the question. What do you think?
Call the question. I
All right.
second.
All right. I don't want to go through the whole roll call. Look, so if I'm gonna vote that we should not, that this is a no, and the only reason is because I want to get Michelle's input on it. That's the only reason I'm voting against it. So I'm a no. Tiffany?
First, you have to take the vote on calling the question, Brett.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We can do a voice vote for the call to question.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. All in favor of calling the question, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay.
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 Okay, 2 nays, I heard. So motion carries. Call the question. All right. So now the vote on the motion itself. And we're gonna have to do roll call on this one. So like I said, I'm voting no, but the only reason is because I want to talk to Michelle first. So Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay. Nathan?
Gosh, you guys, I wish we'd be doing this one in person. I was hoping we were gonna all meet together for the first time in person.
Yeah.
My one quick thing I didn't get to add or ask is, are we going to be willing to accept whatever rebuttal that they throw at us? That's my one concern, is that they could turn it up and we're sitting here saying we're not going to get into it, and they could go hard. And I don't care if it's me or Brett or men or women, dogs, cats, whatever it is. Are we going to say, okay, well, they just called us Nazis or they just did this or that or whatever? I'm fine with that. So I'm a no.
Okay, Tim?
This is
Jim
a
Nath?
tough one. I like it. I like the response, but I think I'd like it worded a little differently or worked out
Okay.
before it gets sent. So as much as I want to say yes right now, I agree with Nathan at some point. So I have to say no.
Okay. Jillian?
I'm saying no, because I'd like to see it reworded.
Okay. Heidi?
Concur, rewarded, no.
Okay. Steve?
I'm a no. If we're gonna do it, it needs to be reworded, and I think
Okay.
it's a big mistake to punch down.
All right. Katie?
I'm a no. He's
Okay.
reworded.
Lisa Murphy?
I'm a yes.
Okay. Lisa Tilney?
No.
Okay. Rob?
It's a hard one, but at this point I say yes, because we do need to respond. They pretty much, in the time I've been on this, we've pretty much ignored them, but and I think we can in the future, but this one's a yes.
All right, Fred?
Yes.
Okay. Jerry?
Yeah, I think we need a spine. So my answer is yes.
Okay. Vance?
I'm deferring to Amanda.
Amanda?
I'm a no.
Okay.
I'm a no. Be reworded.
All right. Noel?
No, it's playing into their hands.
Okay. Holly?
Yes.
Okay. Mary Gail?
I'm a yes. I think it's a pretty polite way of telling them to knock it off.
Okay. Greg?
Yes.
Okay. Jim?
I'm letting
Or
Daryl.
Daryl? Jim or Daryl?
Daryl.
This is Daryl. I'm a yes. As a father of 4 kids, I raised a single dad. When my kid disparaged someone, I did not let it slide. I did not go positive. I disciplined them so they wouldn't do it again. So
Okay.
yes.
All right, so Jillian, just verify, I've got 10 no's and 9 yeses, is that correct?
Yep,
Okay, so the motion fails.
right.
Okay,
So this is what gets put out there.
so, okay, so I'm gonna, the motion that I had is that Jillian, Tiffany, and myself meet after I speak with Michelle,
Did
about
you-
Michelle.
I missed who said the one vote. Did you take a vote from Noel?
Yeah.
He's a
No,
temporary.
no, he was a no.
I know, but he's a temporary Senate District Director right now,
Yeah.
so he shouldn't vote.
Well, Tiffany, they wanted me to represent them, and they sent Brent a letter indicating that.
But does he need to be voted on the board officially?
Well, so the letter that I seen says that it was a temporary for tonight, and then they were going to look at it at their next regular meeting.
Yeah, they asked me to represent them tonight.
So, I mean, either way, I think temporary means temporary. Probably I wouldn't take a vote, but it would just knock it down to a 9-9 tie, so that means it wouldn't pass anyway. So
Okay.
So do you want to go back to the motion that I made? Brett?
What's that? What's that?
Basically what you were talking about, that how I worded was the chair, let's see, deputy chair and secretary would work on the wording, and you would also be talking to Michelle Fishbach.
I think that's what
Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's the motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, any more discussion?
I think that's a good compromise. If anybody has any suggestions for the 3 of us, please pass it on. We'd be happy.
Can you please, can you please repeat the motion?
Sure, I'll repeat the motion. My motion is that the chair, deputy chair, and secretary coordinate on this writing of this, and also meet with Representative Fishbach before it goes out. And then there would also be another special meeting to cover it, finalize it with the board.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other thing, this is a new committee, and my thought is to let our chair have the flexibility on this one to move forward on it.
I appreciate that, Rob. Can I get a second?
Second.
Who's that?
Tim.
Lisa Murphy.
Lisa?
You had already had a second from Jimbo Beer, but.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think we could probably just do a voice vote on this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right, unanimous. Outstanding. Okay. Like I said, I have a meeting with her at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I'll get back to you guys shortly as soon as I get back home. So, all right.
Did you say you were meeting with Mortensen as well?
Well, I'm meeting with him on Saturday, but we just agreed that after I talked to Representative Fishbach that I was gonna let them know, and then we were gonna start working on something.
Yeah, the motion does not include talking to Mortensen about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's fine. I was
All
just
right.
curious because that was brought up in the initial conversation. Thank you.
Yep. All right. That's all that was on the agenda. So we get a motion to adjourn?
Oh, next
So
meeting,
moved.
Brett.
What?
Next meeting's May 1st.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Holly made the motion. Who seconded?
Second, Tim.
Okay.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks so much, people. It was a great meeting.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.
Standing.
Good
Standing.
night.
Yep. Thank you.